The Lincoln Central Neighborhood Homebuyer Program is a great example of how Columbus comes together to solve issues. It's a partnership among a variety of organizations and individuals who have come together to address some community and neighborhood issues. And in particular, what they're trying to do is promote home ownership as a way to reverse some of the blight that we've begun to see in our downtown area, and as a way to help individuals afford home ownership, to transition from rental to home ownership. It's going to be a great opportunity for our community to improve, and particularly in the downtown area.
I'm Robin Hilber, and I'm the City of Columbus Community Development Programs Coordinator. Well, the city received a blight elimination grant, and with that we were able to look at different houses in the community that needed to come down. We were able to acquire those houses, demolish them. We were able to gift the property then to a program partner, and in this case it was Southern Indiana Housing Community Development Corporation. With that, we were able to pull in other program partners.
So my role in this project, I serve as Executive Director of both Administrative Resources and Southern Indiana Housing Community Development Corporation. And my role really was as kind of coordinator, developer of this project, and help pull together the partners. And really, the partners just came out of the woodwork. I mean, it's not like I had to go out and solicit partners. They were, excited and willing to jump on board of this. And again, this was a pilot initiative to really kind of test the model that can we come together, partner, and do all the things we hope to do.
The Lincoln Central Neighborhood Family Center is a resource center for people who live in downtown Columbus. We're basically a one-stop shop, so any type of issue or problem neighbors are experiencing, they can come to us, and we're going to help them try to figure that out.
Folks come into our doors for a variety of reasons. It can be something that's fairly critical to something that's minor. It could be a dispute with a neighbor, or it could be about substance abuse or domestic violence, and all those things.
A day in the life at the Lincoln Central Neighborhood Center is different every single day. We don't know what types of issues or problems our neighbors might be experiencing. We don't know what the day will bring. Sometimes you can have things on the schedule and then someone comes in who is in the middle of a crisis or maybe has a different need, and we try to address those immediately. So it can be everything from loaning things out for the tool lending library, or maybe someone has found themselves in a domestic situation, or maybe there's disputes between neighbors, and so we have to work with those folks to help them in any way that we can.
We run about 30 programs out of there. All the programs are free of charge. In addition to that, we also own and operate Yes Cinema. Taking on Yes Cinema was a big, huge challenge for us because we knew nothing about the movie industry whatsoever. We saw it as an opportunity to train folks to have good job play skills. Through the years, we've gotten to be fairly reliant on the income that Yes Cinema has produced. All that money goes back into helping us help others.
One role that the LCNFC played in this project was casting the net for the homeowner. And so we solicited people in the community who might be interested in this opportunity. Then we worked with folks on the application process, everything from filling it out to determining whether or not they had all of the information necessary in order to apply. Following that, then we worked with our financial partners through Apprizin and First Financial to vet folks to see whether or not it was a good fit for them at this time financially.
First Financial Bank was excited to provide the construction financing for the house for the Lincoln Central Homebuyer Program. We also funded the sponsorship for the first homebuyer training out of the Lincoln Central Homebuyer Program. What that meant was that we were able to partner with Apprizin. We brought in our own mortgage loan officer expert to teach on the mortgage section of the homebuyer training, and we were able to facilitate, with the help of Apprizin, the entire class.
So after Lincoln Central Neighborhood Family Center identified the potential home buyer, then we work with that home buyer to do an analysis of their budget and so forth, and basically get them bank ready. Once they closed on that home, then we transition to post-mortgage counseling, and so we're going to continue to work with that family with financial coaching into the future. We also were able to work with families and individuals in our homebuyer education class and individuals in the community to address their financial goals, but also to work towards improving their financial health.
Having Apprising come on board was not only a benefit to the individuals who got to participate in the counseling, but to the community as a whole. It allowed the community as a whole to participate in these classes and get that education and make them bankable in the future for home ownership that would have been an opportunity, that is an opportunity outside the confines of the one home we were building.
The Heritage Fund is the community foundation here in Bartholomew County. We first and foremost provide responsible stewardship of local charitable gifts. We develop leadership within the community. We serve as a catalyst for positive change, and we promote philanthropy broadly within the community. So Heritage Fund provided seed money specifically to get this project off the ground and get started in the fall of 2018.
Well, United Way of Bartholomew County, we support 22 different not-for-profit organizations, and they all have a focus on building stronger families and also building a stronger community. We were fortunate enough to be able to consult on the Lincoln Central Homebuyer program, and we were able to identify Pearl Street as a real key transition street within the neighborhood, and also just the importance of exterior design and lifting up curb appeal for the neighborhood.
The Lincoln Central neighborhood used to be 70% homeownership, 30% rental, but over the last 30 or 40 years that's flipped. And unfortunately, that's resulted in some instability in that area.
What we're trying to do here is balance affordability with desirability. You know, we're very fortunate in Columbus. This is an amazing place. But along with being an amazing place, it's also a desirable place. And oftentimes that has a tendency to raise prices, you know, particularly with respect to real estate and home ownership. And so again, what this program can help us do is maintain that affordable side and allow people of all incomes to live in a community that we all find to be a very desirable place to live.
I grew up in this neighborhood. I saw what it was like then. I see what it's like now. And it saddens me to see what this neighborhood has become. It's taken a lot of years for us to realize the dream that we talked about early on was doing exactly what we're doing now with the home buyers thing. It's like a perfect storm has come. We have an administration that's made these abandoned lots available to us. We have housing experts and ARA. We have great banking officials and so forth that are reaching out. We have an amazing school corporation with C4 program. This is like if you went back years ago and your neighbor's barn burned down, pitching together to rebuild that barn. This is a community effort. It's about spirit, and it's about pride, and it's about all those things. And rebuilding this neighborhood is one of the best things that we could ever do in this community.
Not only were there community organizations involved in this project, but as others heard about the project or read about it, they actually called and volunteered their services. Doug Foster from Burt's Pest Control called and said they would be happy to provide pest control or termite protection for the new home. Some of the local garden clubs that were interested in beautifying the house and doing the landscaping. Brown Hill Nursery donated the plants, and the Let's Grow Garden Club and several of the other garden clubs in Columbus came out and spent the day planting flowers and bushes for the house.
My hope for this project going forward is that we're building a seed of hope. Hopefully this is just the first of many houses and opportunities that we can provide for families, not only who become the home buyers, but also for the families who live around these homes.
C4 is Columbus Area Career Connection, and we provide career and technical education for the high schools in the 4-county area. Those would be Decatur, Jackson, Brown, Bartholomew, and the city of Edinburgh. And we provide those through those students of District 41. We've had a strong relationship within the community with the city of Columbus itself and also the county. When we were approached with this opportunity to work with the program, it seemed like a win-win for everybody, actually a win for the students, a win for our program, a win for the community, and a win for the homeowner eventually. And so with that, we were able to help design the structure, and then at the end of the day, our students were able to build the home for the new family.
Typically, we would do a spec house where the students would come to we would design it, the students would build it, and then we would have a speculative buyer. We'd put it on the market. And the house was just built and sold. This was quite different though, because in this, the students are doing this not just for the class, but also for their community. And as we talked to the students about how important it was, the students developed a real sense of pride that not only are they going through the steps of building the house, but they're actually giving back to their community in doing so. And they're helping areas of their community that really need the help that might not get it if it weren't for their participation.
Imagine as a child that you have never had a place of your own. You've never had your own bedroom. You've never had your own bed. You haven't had the chance to hang up something on your own wall. You've watched your parents struggle every single day. And then you get a bedroom of your own, some place that you can call your own, a place that you can go to of solitude, a place that brings so much joy to your entire family. That is what the basis for this program is to give families an opportunity to enjoy the success of homeownership.